iPhone 7 Plus versus BlackBerry Key2 speed test coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone 7 Plus versus the BlackBerry Key2 speed test. Don't those cameras look rather similar? Let's go ahead and begin with the boot up test in 3, 2, 1, and let me go ahead and zoom out here in just a second. Now, the reason I am making this video here is because the iPhone 7 Plus, at Apple is about $669 for a 32 gig. The BlackBerry Key2 is $649 for a 64 gig. Now, these are identically price ranged, they're in the same price range here. So depending on whether you want iOS or Android, these could be, two options for you in the $650 price range right now. So you've seen the iPhone 7 Plus was the clear winner when it comes to at least booting into the device. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and see which one does have a faster fingerprint scanner. Now, the BlackBerry Key2's fingerprint is embedded within the spacebar. I like that trick. You would never know there's a fingerprint there, whereas the iPhone 7 Plus fingerprint is right down there. So let's go ahead and see which one is quicker. 3, 2, and 1. And you could see that's the BlackBerry Key2. Let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. And you could see BlackBerry Key2 again. Second gen Touch ID for the 7 Plus. And again, 3, 2, 1. So the BlackBerry Key2 has a little bit of a faster animation, a little bit of a faster unlock time when it comes to that fingerprint getting in. Also, you do have face unlock for the BlackBerry Key2, which you don't have on the iPhone 7 Plus. Okay, so in terms of software, you can see the 7 Plus runs iOS 11.4, and that is the official. And over here, we're running Android 8.1.0 Oreo on this device. All right, guys, so we have arrived at the speed test portion of this video, the application portion anyway. We do have 3 gigs of RAM on the iPhone 7 Plus, 6 gigs of RAM for the BlackBerry Key2, an Apple A10 Fusion chip, and a Snapdragon 660 over here, mid-range processor for the BlackBerry Key2. Let's go ahead and get into the calendar. 3, 2, 1. And you could see that's the iPhone 7 Plus to get things started. Coming home here, let's go into the clock. And you can see that the BlackBerry Key2 is definitely a competent performer, even with its mid-range CPU. Let's go into calculator. And you could see there goes the 7 Plus. And let's go into settings. And that's the BlackBerry Key2. Let's go into Instagram. And Instagram is first for the BlackBerry. Yes, first on the BlackBerry Key2. Let's go into Twitter. And you could see Twitter takes the win on the right over the 7 Plus. And let's go into Snapchat. If we can get home here, Snapchat, 3, 2, 1. And you can see BlackBerry is ready to get you in there first, but we all know the Snapchat camera on iOS is a little bit better. Let's go into WhatsApp. And you could see that would be the BlackBerry Key2, getting a little bit of notifications there. Let's go into YouTube and see which one can get into the video service first. And that is on the right. It should be. It is a Google Android phone. Let's go into the Netflix. And you can see Netflix is ready to watch movies first on the left. And you probably would rather watch movies on the left, as this has the 3:2 aspect ratio. Probably not the best for media consumption. Let's go into Amazon. And you can see Amazon is open first on the right. Man, this is some nice performance for being not the flagship level Snapdragon 835 or 45. Let's go into eBay. And you can see eBay first on the right on the BlackBerry Key2. So coming home, let's go into Jetpack Joyride. Here's where I expect the Key2 to lose, because Apple devices just really crush it in gaming. And you've seen it did it there, but the BlackBerry held its own there, at least in that casual game. Let's go into Dead Trigger 2, something that will require a little bit more power. And you see the 7 Plus way ahead there on that game. But the BlackBerry Key2, not bad for a mid-range or at least a mid-level priced device here. And you could see a 7 Plus way ahead there on Dead Trigger. But you can play games on the BlackBerry, something that probably wouldn't have ran so great back in the day. Let's go into Mario Run and see how fast Mario Run can open up on both devices, and which one will go there first. That's the BlackBerry. Let's hit tap to begin on both of these. And we're going to go into the first level here once we get into the app. So the iOS device actually caught up and seems to be going a little bit faster now. And yes, so we're getting in. So it looked like it was loading first for the BlackBerry, but then iOS caught back up and it got a little faster. So let's go ahead and see which one can actually load the game to play. In the first stage, hit OK. and iOS a little bit ahead there. So definitely, again, I think overall it's pretty close, but iOS was the win because actually playing that tour or that single stage, the first world was the iPhone 7 Plus. Let's go into Slither and see which one can open Slither first. And Slither is open on the left. So gaming again to the iPhone, but seriously, pretty good gaming performance and load times for the BlackBerry Key2. Like I say, most BlackBerries in the past, you would never even think about gaming on there. You know, it's got a keyboard on it, so it's not going to be the best experience, but you can still do it if you want to on the Key2. Let's go into Video Shop, and you can see that is open on the left first, coming home. Let's go into Geekbench, and that's the left. Okay, so let's go into Speed Test. And you can see Speed Test is similar. I think that might have been the Key2. I might have been wrong. Let's go into Chrome, and you can see that is on the right. Let's go ahead and just check out ESPN 321. And you can see browsing on the same Wi-Fi network should be rather similar. It's a little smoother to browse on the iPhone 7 Plus. You got more screen space, and you can scroll with the keyboard here on the Key2. That's pretty neat. So if you don't want to get your finger in the way of the content, that's pretty cool. But the overall browsing experience is a little faster and smoother on the iPhone 7 Plus. So you've seen in this first round of applications that in gaming, the 7 Plus was faster. The BlackBerry Key2 on a few apps, social media specifically, and a couple of apps up here, definitely took some rounds there. So overall, I would say pretty close performance between these two, but the 7 Plus takes a little bit of a more powerful lead because of the gaming, which will require more power on the device. So I still think the 7 Plus is a little faster. Let's get into the multitasking now. Okay, so let's quickly run through the apps. I'll start with the 7 Plus, and you should see pretty excellent performance with loading these applications. It does very well here. It's got 3 gigs of RAM. That's plenty for, you know, the way optimized iOS is. So you can see nothing's really going to reload for the 7 Plus except for YouTube, because, you know, it's got to reload all those videos and it's internet based. WhatsApp, let's see, Snapchat, let's go into Twitter and Instagram. And Instagram, a slight reload. So, okay, Instagram settings. I thought the 7 Plus was going to hold everything. Let's go into clock and calendar. So excellent RAM management here for the 7 Plus. Probably not the best on any smartphone, but still really good for being from 2016. Let's go ahead and check out the BlackBerry Key2. 6 gigs of RAM, doubles the RAM, but can it be quicker or better at holding these apps than the 7 Plus? And so far, it looks like it might be. Slither, no reloads there. Let's go into Mario Run, held that. Dead Trigger, held that just fine. What about Jetpack? And held that just fine as well. Just a little slow to open, but it's still holding those apps. Amazon, let's go into Netflix. And again, you could just lower the animations down if you want faster animations. YouTube held on the BlackBerry better than the iPhone 7 Plus. Instagram, excellent RAM management here for the BlackBerry Key2. And this is what you need when you're going to be doing your productivity-based emailing and all kinds of stuff. Excellent RAM management there for that 6 gigs of RAM for the BlackBerry Key2. Nothing really reloaded here. Okay guys, so the final Geekbench scores are in, and you could see that the iPhone 7 Plus is definitely a win in the single core, a crushing win there. In the multi-core, not so much, but still, even with 3 gigs of RAM, it still has a higher multi-core score. So that's what the Geekbench scores are if you care about those. Okay guys, so that wraps it up. Between the iPhone 7 Plus and the BlackBerry Key2 speed test, what you learned here is that the BlackBerry Key2 is not bad performance for a BlackBerry. The iPhone 7 Plus, I feel, still punches a little bit above it when it comes to the performance due to mostly that gaming, but in the day-to-day, the BlackBerry will be enough. So it's really going to come down to the other factors between these two. I can tell you one thing: if you're looking for a great camera, the 7 Plus has got this phone beat 10 times over. This is not a great camera on this device, but if you want to see a full should you buy comparison between these while throwing some camera samples, go ahead and comment that down below. If you found this video helpful, enjoyable, entertaining, informing, click that like button for me, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well. I will catch you all in the next episode, and peace.